Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. My name is Tosan Oyeride, and on this program of Women Get Sense, I want to talk about a woman's desire. You know, we all have desire, we all have what we really want to achieve in life. And one of our major desires are towards our children having the best in life. Now I want to talk on how do you meet your needs as a woman. You want your children, and we are going to talk about children because this program is not basically for just the married. They are also for the single parents, and they also have children, and maybe they are the only ones taking care of the children. But even for those who are married and their children are there, their husband are there to take care of them, we are also talking to you. Now, every mother wants their children to have the best education, good clothing. You want them to look good, you want to be able to go out with them and have the best and make them look good. And but what are you doing towards it? Are you expecting that the father of your children or your husband should be the one providing? Yes, the law says so, but he can only provide based on what he has. Now, if you want your children, you want something better for them, what are you doing? You have a very good desire, but how are you meeting those desires? Are you just sitting down at home doing nothing? You need to also contribute. Let me give you a little story about my mom. My mother didn't go to school because she said her father didn't believe in education. But my dad went to school. Now my mom said it really hurts her so much that she wanted her children to go to school. She wanted to have the best education for her children. And she didn't just sit down doing nothing. She started selling water. She started, ice water, those ice water that they would tie and be selling in those days, And thank God now we have selling machines that are not too expensive, but there was nothing like that. We didn't know about it then. And she started, doing that business. She later began to sell clothes. She sold fish, in the market. She did so many things. And what was driving her? What was her driving force? It was her children. She wanted to give the best education to her children. She wanted them to go to a very good school. And my father, though he was educated, he wasn't that very fussy. He always believed that whatever is available is available. And but my mom wanted the best for her children. She wanted them to have education. And she began to sell, she began to go into all this business. And so when we get admission and we want to, pay for it, my dad will say, look, I can't afford this. And my mom will always say, okay, I can contribute. What are you doing as a woman? You're sitting down at home expecting the man to give you everything. You expect the man to do everything. You don't want to have a say in it. When you have something you are doing and you have your money, you can flex muscles. When I mean flexing muscle, it's not because you want to start flexing muscle with a man, but you can go to the market, you can get some nice dress, you can get some good clothes, some nice shoes for your children because you want them to look good. You can also assist, that's what we are, helpmates. So why should an helpmate be doing nothing? I always say, go back to the virtuous woman. The virtuous woman wakes up very early in the morning. The virtuous woman make preparations in the home, gives instruction. The virtuous woman bought a field with her earning. She was doing something. You want to be able to, provide, you want to be able to give to your children, then you need to be able to do something. When you see a woman who is not doing anything, the woman is a beggar. because you have to beg for everything. You have to talk. Your children cannot come to you and say, mommy, please, daddy gave me this, is there anything you can do to it? You can't make a contribution. That is not a good way. That is not how God has made us. We are an helpmates, and we should do something. We should also make contribution in the family, not just sitting down. And you see, when a woman is like that, what are the children learning? Especially the daughters. They begin to feel that, okay, it's a man's world, it's a man's responsibility, and what they are thinking of is how to look for a rich man to marry, a man that will end up making them furniture, a punching bag, you know, a man that will not place value in them. I'm not saying that they can marry rich people, but that should not be the focus. You know, going to marry a rich man because they want to be able to live a comfortable life. No, that's not it. You know, a woman should be able to do something. And even I always say, if you marry a rich man, there's nothing saying that you shouldn't work, because anything can change. This same man that has today may not have tomorrow. And as a single mother, why do you have to keep begging? Why do you have to be at the mercy of a father the father of your children, because you want him to give? Yes, it's his responsibility, he should give, but if you want a better standard, if you want any standard you desire for yourself, when you are doing something and you have that little money with you, you can make your own contribution. You can achieve that standard, that desire in your heart. When you have something doing, you can. I always tell women, either you work or you do business. Don't sit down and depend on a man 100%, because that same man, anything can happen. Anything can happen. And that's where you see some women, when they begin to, you see them, you wonder, they can go through anything because they are at the mercy of the man. You know, you can't, they will stay until when their life is gone. And I don't think that's what a woman should do. So, but a woman should always have something to do. I can't even imagine me sitting down at home 24/7, not doing anything, no business, no work, and just expect that somebody will just come and give me money, you know. But when you have your own money, you don't have to take permission before you even buy the little things that you need. You don't, your husband can say, okay, I can afford this school, they are paying maybe 50,000, and where you want for your child is about 100,000 or even 90 or 80,000. You can tell him, okay, darling, I would add something to it just to ease, you know, just to help to make the standard, that the desire you have in your heart. So I believe that every woman should have something doing. You know, it's even fun. It's good when you are working, when you are doing something. When I mean working, you could stay in your house and decide that you want to make food, you want to start cooking, and you package it, and you know, but you must do something that will earn you that little money, you know, that will make you to be able to make, you know, meet up your own heart desire, you know, meet up your children, the standard you want to have for them, you know. And at the end of the day, you see that, like, my mother was able to do many of these things, you know, because she believes in education. She believes that her children, what she went through, her children should not go through it. And so those were her motivating factors. She wanted, I remember my father was the one teaching my mother on how to sign, because when she goes to some of these companies, they will tell her to sign, and she had to learn how to sign. You know, she didn't want that for her children. I remember my mother was practicing at home when I was young, MARY, you know, until when she was able to write her name, and that became her signature. She valued education, and she wanted the best for her children, and she did everything possible to give it to us. I believe as a woman, that's our future. Our children is our future, and we should invest also in them. You know, if the man is not capable enough, or maybe the man is not ready to, or the man is not available, we should not put those children's life in suspension because their father is not able or available or willing to give to them. There are some fathers who have, but they don't want to give to those children. And I know that it's a responsibility, we can go to court, but what if, you know how long it will take before, those conclusions? Why not do something and be able to take care of your children? And you will see that at the end of the day, you'll be happy, you'll be satisfied, you'll be fulfilled, as a woman who is working. I just want to stop here and hope that many of our women who are just sitting down doing nothing, and for those who are working, you put in more effort, God will crown all our efforts as a woman. I always say that women get sense. Please don't forget to share this program so that I can meet up with so many women and it will be a blessing to them. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.